It started with a single notification, a sound so small, yet loud enough to destroy everything. Aisha stared at her phone, her hands trembling as the messages flooded in. Laughter, insults, and screenshots. Her name plastered across every corner of the internet. The video. Her video was everywhere. Her face turned into a meme. Her life, a public joke. She tried to breathe, but the silence of her room felt heavier than the noise online. How could one moment erase years of being invisible? She scrolled through the comments, hoping someone would defend her. No one did, not even her best friend. In that instant, she understood the cruel truth. Once the internet decides your story, your truth doesn't matter. What if a single screenshot destroyed your life? Would you forgive the person who posted it? How loud can silence feel when the whole world is laughing at you? Morning light creeps through the curtains. Aisha sits on the edge of her bed, her phone still lying face down on the floor. Her reflection in the mirror looks unfamiliar, pale, fragile, distant. She can hear faint whispers from outside, her mother talking on the phone. Her name mentioned, tone heavy with shame. Aisha wants to disappear. Every second feels like standing under a spotlight she never asked for. But deep down, she knows she can't escape. Once your pain becomes content, you belong to everyone but yourself. At school, every hallway turns into a stage. Phones are held low, but eyes are everywhere. Aisha keeps her gaze on the floor, pretending she can't hear the laughter or the whispers that follow her name. Zoya stands at her locker, pretending not to see her. Hamza looks away too. For the first time, Aisha realizes that betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. Sometimes it comes from silence. By lunch, her phone buzzes again. This time with a call from an unknown number. She doesn't answer. Instead, she opens her messages, scrolling past hundreds of insults. Then she stops. One message reads, "You think you're innocent? Everyone knows your secret." Her heart stops. What secret? What do they think they know? That night, she sits by her window, looking out at the quiet streets. The world outside looks peaceful, unaware of the chaos eating her alive. For the first time, she whispers to herself, "Maybe I deserve this." But deep inside, something flickers. A small voice, fragile but alive, saying, "No, they don't know the truth yet." By the next morning, the video has reached every corner of the internet. Aisha walks into school and feels it. The stares, the snickers, the whispers that slice through her like invisible blades. Someone plays the video out loud from the back of the classroom, and laughter erupts. Her teacher says nothing. Aisha's heart sinks. She realizes that silence hurts more than words. In that moment, she wishes she could vanish, but pain clings to her. In every screen, every glance, every breath. Zoya scrolls through her feed, reading comments that call her a bad friend for not defending Aisha. Her hands shake. She wants to text Aisha to explain that she never meant for this to happen. But guilt is heavy, heavier than truth. Instead, she opens her group chat and types something cruel, just to prove she's still one of them. When the message sends, her heart breaks quietly. That evening, Hamza scrolls through comments under the video. His name appears too. People accuse him of being in it. "Isn't that the guy from her class?" someone writes. His pulse quickens. Fear crawls up his spine. He tries to call Aisha, but the call doesn't go through. He throws his phone aside and whispers, "What have we done?" For the first time, he feels the weight of digital cruelty. Not just as a witness, but as part of it. Aisha sits in the school bathroom, the only place she can hide. Her hands are shaking as she scrolls through another cruel post. A photo of her face edited with cruel captions. Her eyes sting, her breathing uneven. She stares at her reflection, her image distorted by the cracked mirror. "Who are you now?" she whispers. The girl in the reflection doesn't answer. By nightfall, Aisha's mother finds her sitting silently at the dinner table, untouched food before her. "Tell me what's happening," she pleads. But Aisha just shakes her head. How can she explain a pain she can't even name? The internet has stolen her voice, her truth, her safety. She looks at her mother's worried face and feels both love and shame. It's just a phase. She lies softly, but deep down she knows the storm isn't passing any time soon. A week passes. Aisha doesn't come to school. Her desk stays empty, her chair untouched. At first, people joke, saying she ran away because she couldn't face the shame. But soon, laughter fades, whispers grow darker. Did she do something to herself? Someone asks. Hamza stares at her empty seat, guilt heavy in his chest. Zoya scrolls through her messages, unread ones from Aisha glowing like ghosts. The world that mocked her now wonders where she's gone. But no one truly asks why. At home, Zoya lies awake at night, staring at her phone. The guilt feels like a living thing, breathing beside her. She replays the moment she sent the video link to a friend just to prove a point. One tap, 1 second, and now her best friend is gone. She scrolls through old photos of them together, laughing, painting, dreaming. Each smile now feels like a wound. She whispers into the dark, "I didn't mean to lose you." But silence answers back. Hamza begins searching for Aisha online. Her social media accounts are gone, deleted, wiped clean. But deep in the comment sections of old posts, people still argue about her. Some mock, some pity, none understand. Then Hamza notices something strange. The video has slight glitches. The voice doesn't sound fully like her. His eyes narrow. Wait, this doesn't look real. It's the first flicker of doubt in a sea of lies. Meanwhile, Mrs. Malik sits by the window, staring at the empty street outside. The house feels too quiet. Every ring of the phone startles her. Every knock fills her with fear. She looks at Aisha's art supplies, still lying untouched on the table. A sketch half finished. A dream half lived. Where did I go wrong? She whispers. But no answer comes. The world outside moves on. Her world stands still. Late that night, Hamza visits the school rooftop, the place Aisha used to go when she needed quiet. He stands there, feeling the wind whip against his face. For the first time, he feels her absence fully, like a hole in the air. He whispers, "If you can hear me, I'm sorry," somewhere far away. Aisha stares out another window, hearing only the echo of her name in her mind. She isn't gone, just invisible, waiting for someone to finally see her truth. Hamza replays the video again and again. The movements look right, but something feels off. The voice doesn't match the lips perfectly. The lighting flickers unnaturally. He compares frames side by side, noticing mismatched shadows. His chest tightens. This video, it's not real. For the first time, hope and horror mix in his heart. If it's fake, then someone made it that way. Someone close. Zoe receives a message from an unknown number. "You know what you did." Her breath catches. She locks her phone, hands trembling. The guilt she's been burying now screams in her ears. The memory flashes. Her copying the file, her laughter that night, her promise to delete it later. She sinks to the floor, whispering, "I didn't mean to ruin her." But her reflection in the phone says otherwise. Hamza visits the computer lab after hours. The air hums with the sound of cooling fans. He searches the school network archives and finds something shocking. The original file was uploaded not from Aisha's phone, but from another student's account. The username, Zaman. He freezes. Betrayal tastes bitter in his mouth. "Zoya," he whispers. The truth has a name now. Zoya meets Hamza the next day, her face pale, eyes red from sleepless nights. Before he can speak, she breaks down. I didn't mean for it to spread. I sent it to one person. It was supposed to protect her. She said someone was blackmailing her. I thought I could expose him, but the internet twisted everything. Her voice cracks, tears running freely. Hamza's anger softens into disbelief. For the first time, the story starts to make sense, and it's far darker than anyone imagined. That evening, Hamza stands at the edge of a bridge, watching cars blur beneath him. The world feels too fast, too cruel. He records a voice note and sends it to Aisha's deleted number. If you hear this, we know the truth now. They lied about you. Somewhere in a quiet corner of the city, Aisha listens. Her old SIM still active. Tears stream down her face. The school feels quieter than ever. Rumors still float, but they've lost their poison. Only confusion remains. Hamza sits on the stairs, waiting. Zoya appears, her eyes hollow, her phone clutched like a confession. I can't live with this anymore, she says softly. Her voice shakes as she opens her gallery. It was never meant to be public, Hamza. I swear. She scrolls to the original clip, untouched, raw, and the truth flickers to life. Zoya plays the original recording. The sound is muffled. A dim room. Aisha's trembling voice saying, "He said he'll post it if I don't send more. It isn't what the world thought it was. It's a cry for help." Aisha was being blackmailed, not exposed. The real video was proof, meant to protect her, not humiliate her. But Zoya's one mistake, forwarding it to a friend, turned protection into destruction. Tears stream down her face as Hamza watches in silence, the truth cutting deeper than any lie. Hamza slumps against the wall, his hands over his face. All this time, she was trying to protect herself. Zoya nods, unable to speak. The truth is unbearable. Aisha became the villain in her own story because the world saw what it wanted to see. We destroyed her, Zoya whispers. But Hamza looks up, eyes burning with resolve. Then we'll bring her back. The truth doesn't deserve to die with shame. That night, Zoya writes a long post, not to defend herself, but to tell the truth. She uploads screenshots, the unedited video, the messages showing Aisha was being blackmailed. Her fingers tremble as she hits post. For a moment, the internet freezes, then explodes. Thousands of comments pour in disbelief, apology, anger. The same people who mocked Aisha now ask for forgiveness. But Zoya knows. No apology can undo what's been done. Aisha reads Zoya's post from an unknown cafe, her hood pulled up. Each line feels like a knife and a hug at once. The truth is out, but so is her pain. She closes her eyes, hearing the faint buzz of phones all around. The same sound that once destroyed her. This time, she breathes deeply. Maybe truth doesn't erase the past, but it can rewrite what's left of it. She looks up, and for the first time, the world outside doesn't feel so cruel. A week later, the video has vanished from every major platform, but the damage remains. The school whispers a new story now, the one Zoya confessed to. Aisha walks through the gates again, her steps steady but her heart trembling. Every eye turns. Every phone lowers. No one dares to speak. The same halls that once echoed with laughter now drown in guilt. For the first time, silence protects her, not punishes her. In the principal's office, Zoya sits beside Aisha. The tension between them feels fragile, like glass ready to crack. Zoya whispers, "I don't expect forgiveness." Aisha looks at her, eyes tired but calm. "It's not about forgiving," she says. "It's about learning to breathe again." For a moment, silence fills the room, the kind that carries peace, not pain. Hamza arranges a school assembly. Aisha steps onto the stage, the microphone trembling in her hand. She takes a deep breath. You all saw a story online, she begins, voice steady, but you never saw the truth. Her words echo through the hall. Students look down, ashamed. I wasn't the girl in that video, but even if I was, no one deserves to be destroyed by strangers. Her voice cracks, but her eyes shine with strength. We can't delete what happened, but we can choose what happens next. After the assembly, Aisha walks through the hallway one last time. A few students step forward, whispering, "I'm sorry." Others can't even look at her. She smiles faintly, not out of forgiveness, but freedom. The burden has shifted. For the first time, she isn't hiding. The world finally knows who she isn't. And that's enough. That evening, Aisha stands outside her house, feeling the cool air brush her face. Her phone buzzes again. Another message. But this time, it's different. Stay strong. We believe you. She looks up at the sky. Tears filling her eyes. Not from pain, but from relief. The same device that once destroyed her now delivers hope. Maybe the internet didn't change. Maybe she did. Days later, a journalist reaches out to Aisha. We analyzed the original video, he says. The face was digitally altered. It wasn't you. The words hit her like lightning. Her heart races, not from fear this time, but from disbelief. You mean it was fake? The journalist nods. A deep fake. Someone used your photos to make it. Aisha sits in silence, tears falling, not from sadness but exhaustion. She'd lost everything to something that was never even real. That night, Aisha replays the truth in her head. Every insult, every meme, every whisper, all for something that never happened. She looks at herself in the mirror and says softly, "I was never that girl." For the first time, her reflection looks back without judgment. Behind her eyes, pain still lingers, but something stronger now lives there. Peace. Zoya visits her house days later. They sit quietly. No apologies left to give. No words big enough to fix the past. Aisha finally says, "You tried to protect me. The world broke us both." Zoya nods, tears falling silently. For the first time, there's no hatred between them, only two girls who survived something the world will forget, but they never will. Hamza uploads a short documentary online, the truth behind the viral lie. Within hours, it spreads everywhere. This time, the internet listens. People comment things like, "I'm sorry. We believed too quickly." And, "How could we do this?" Aisha watches the video, seeing her story finally told the right way. For the first time, her name trends for truth, not humiliation. Aisha walks outside at sunrise. The sky is soft pink, the air still. She holds her phone, reading a message from a stranger. "Your story gave me courage." A smile touches her lips. She finally realizes her life isn't defined by what happened, but by how she rose from it. She looks at the horizon and whispers, "The truth doesn't need to be loud. It just needs to exist." The camera pulls back slowly as she walks into the morning light. No longer the girl the internet broke, but the woman who rebuilt herself from the ruins. More foul, don't she? Ah.